Welcome everyone to another not so fun video. I didn't plan to make and spend my time on fonts. Yes, 2023 freaking fonts are busy, buggy, keeping us busy. The issue is what you see here. I knew this already for quite some months. We finally want to release a new release of our Linux distribution, and all we have to do is also debug font handling. For 20 years, for those who are new to this in open source free desktop stuff, there is a font rendering or font parsing and accessing and rendering library free type. And then over there, this was what we used 20 years ago of the open source font authority. Later, there was font config, maybe 15 or so years ago added. What font config does is matching and looking up fonts. I find the whole system setup, maybe architecture, maybe not the best, but that is another thing. But yeah, for 20 years, it kind of sort of, 20 years ago, we also had to patch the stuff a little bit for amazing defaults. And basically for 20 years, it worked without an issue. But now, I hope you see this clean enough here in this VM. The fonts looks like garbage. And so the issue is, as far as I diagnosed it, the problem somehow is that font config, maybe one of the last updates. I have not finished debugging this yet. Also, yeah, 2023, you need to debug through all the font stack and libraries and stuff, like why this shit looks like shit. And the problem appears to me that this font config match stuff somehow matches any other or fallback font. So either it's not matching this monospace stuff, right? The monospacing of like not variable, like an I is way smaller than an W and capital W and stuff, of proportionally and not fixed, like think Hercules text mode graphic of fixed character sounds, right? Bitmap previously, although you could have proportionally variable size bitmap fonts, but anyway. So yeah, but for terminal, obviously, so what is the issue? The issue is like if you have a non-monospace font and you monospace that, then it looks like shit, like AKA this. And so yeah, now I need to debug that. All the other stuff appears to be sort of working all right. And again, for 20 years it was working, but the only constant is change and regressions, right? Merchandise below. If we manually change the font here to Bitstream Vera, so the question is also yes, as a Bitstream Vera font. And this is also the crazy stuff, right? 20 years ago, we didn't have an open, like for those who remember that 25 or even 20 years ago, 25 years ago, there wasn't an open source font, right? This thing is like highly expensive and proprietary and stuff, and God forbid you copy those from your precious Windows and Mac system. And man, did we celebrate when Bits Foundry open sourced the Bitstream Vera font family. Maybe they got some donations or whatnot of GNOME Free Software Foundation or whatever that worked, or Linux distributions. But anyway, man, were we celebrating. But for me, this is also, this looks, by the way, probably differently shitty. What looks correct is mono here, I believe. Yes, this is obviously how it's supposed to look. What is crazy to, I also operated, I used to operate freaking terminals. Yeah, that is obviously how this stuff is supposed to look, right? If you're wondering what am I talking about, this is what I'm talking about. For me, it's also shocking that with all the celebration of this Bitstream Vera fonts, that we left. I mean, we let some so bitrot of this open source goodness that even there's not a freaking website or nobody would fix something for like 2001. It's like seriously, we got open and yeah, was released 2003, so yeah, basically 20 years. And boy, were we happy, right? Until then, maybe there were some subpar or whatnot, but like as far as I remember, there were no other, like this was the first full-featured professional and stuff. And like we let this bitrot, like the only constant is change and regressions, and like, hey, there is a new, like since then everyone and their dog and their family and kid and stuff had to design their own font because, yeah, the crazy stuff. So basically the question is also like, maybe why do I talk about this? I could give you some summary like that you get something out of these videos while I waste my lifetime fixing other people's nonsense. Again, it was working for 20 years, and now it's like, yeah, nice Linux desktop you had there. Let's break your freaking fonts. Of course, only now, or I mean, I realized over the years, I mean, I basically never changed the running system, right? Sure, I use as I'm a professional, I obviously use Comic Code, commercial font now, because I can afford it. Shall I subscribe Patreon? Good stuff, Patreon for my font addiction. No, but seriously, it's like, yeah, Bitstream's like, works for me, good memories, right? Why should I change it? I realize, of course, there are now other defaults, like even as long as 10 years again, so like 10 years later, Cantarell font was initially designed by Dave Crossland during studies here, and that was then, did I say 2013? 2009? Where did I say 2013? 2009, whatever it said. So since 2010, the font was chosen for GNOME's 3.0 release. This was, of course, when I was like, yeah, everything sucks. I moved to macOS. I'm done with it. Of course, now hashtag peak bugs in macOS. Need to polish my Linux distribution again. I switched back to my Linux distribution to regain my sanity, only to get insane with all the bugs and features. It's like, yeah, if you're on Linux distribution, it's a full-time job and then some to get everything working. So the question is, should we switch also to this Cantarell? I mean, we probably should package that. So, like, long story short, let's package it. Actually, I didn't check if do we have maybe we didn't even package that for one reason or another. I probably should have been a pro and checked it before the live stream. Cantarell. Oh, we have Cantarell font. Yeah, we probably could. Sorry, got some method. Probably should build that and see if the bug, like, basically, should we switch it because the other is bitrotted and vintage? Comments below. Maybe I make a poll on my moment channel. Let's grab my phone actually from some charging corner. See in a second. Where's my mouse cursor? So yeah, let's see. Also, we probably could move that to fonts. I would say to our like fonts directory, just to have this grouped a little bit. Although yes, it is GNOME font and package. Do we have other font viewer Cantarell fonts? What is the package name? So this, in contrast, is a bit-rotten Bitstream, Vera Bitstream. Even as a website. So all the other stuff is usually in fonts, so I guess it makes more sense if we move that to fonts. Yeah, it's some more stuff in there. I should probably have. Yeah, that is a problem of not canonical sorting fonts. Should a GNOME based, or like, yeah, GNOME invented, GNOME created, GNOME designed font, should it be in a GNOME repository, fonts repository? But yeah, what is there? So usually we available on GitHub. I have the feeling this might not be the latest version, or is it? Or actually, yes, it is the latest version. Interesting. Didn't expect that. Cantarell fonts. That is apparently that's apparently the official upstream name. Let's emerge that and see what happens. Check that login shells source set or so. But I believe I saw with other Linux distributions. Although, yeah, some fix this issue, by the way, maybe this is, whatever. I looked into that profile, I think 15 years ago. I basically, YOLO, whatever. So maybe, but you know what, let's put it on the to-do of maybe finally. But maybe this has to do, that's not a login shell or stuff. I vaguely remember researching this nonsense 15 years ago. So, graphic technical term, what in shell profile. If you are a shell profile expert and stuff, leave in the comments below. Which, by the way, where does this font install? Who even packaged that? Was that me or someone else? Or automatically added? What was the name? Did I even? So, that was data and edit. Oh, this was some mess edit. Just expected, by the way, probably not too long ago. That was my 2 years ago, Marathon Live streams. I have the feeling that might not install into the right directory, potentially. No, this is probably, we don't want to do that. Let's see in which directory it ends up. I have the feeling it might not be the right one, but emerge, debs none maybe, well, fonts, let's see what we get. Yeah, that's obviously if you do your operating system, not only Linux distribution. Why did PS Auto end not found? Wow, that might be like FontForge or something, or maybe I shouldn't do debs none then, like. Does this FileRoller? Okay, FileRoller looks this. It's probably, so maybe it didn't build previously. I have the feeling that FontForge. Oh yeah, this is many. This also doesn't look so right. Just FontForge. The only win-win is checking this. Exceptional packages that we really have the latest version. It looks relatively newish. FontForge. So PS Auto Hint. So thank you very much. We missed some program maybe. PS Auto Hint. Wherever that is coming from. Generally, so this is apparently the last version. PS Auto Hint. Standalone version of Auto Hinter. Looks like we need to package that too. PS Auto Hint. So, and welcome everyone. People loving the runs. Happy you entertained, and happy you love it. Also my last coffee. I have the feeling, I mean, the only win, not the only, a win-win is new packages, new updates and stuff. And maybe in the end, I see it already coming, this font will not match the same, and it's some font config bug. I actually rebuilt this, not that it's our smart or fast optimization. I rebuilt this fixed with speed, so just rebuilding this, it's not our fast optimization of optimizing integer unstable numerics away. So PS Auto Hint, where would we have, do we have, we have fonts, FontForge here, not, where do we have free type and X11, does it make sense to move that to fonts? Maybe something to do about. maybe it makes sense if we want to group fonts and tools, but that is for another day. Moved enough stuff today. So let's see. Also, by the way, on which machine did I? Maybe we can steal it. That IP is that one. Do I have the stolen A port? Previous video. I should have them somewhere. The question is just where. Oh, here. Apparently, maybe. PS auto. Oh, yeah, look, I can steal it. PS auto hint. Actually, you know what? Let's move it directly to. And I have some metadata. It's not amazing, but at least something. Auto enter in C, Python extension providing. What means even AFDKO? Adobe Font Developer Kit for OpenType. So 2, 3, what do we have? 2, 4. PS. Except that it doesn't load, because why should it? We're also usually not using tar. So let's, oh, by the way, let's mark it. Oh no, this is Python. Oh, okay, let's not mark it cross. Let's see if that automatically is installed. And welcome everyone. The Greva agrees the choice of font config. Yeah, it is hilarious, right? I mean, we had small, maybe hinting, whatnot, tuning things for 20 years. For 20 years it was troublesome, and then comes 2020, the end of 2022 or whenever. This is a new regression, right? I mean, yes, for those who, no, I don't switch it, then it becomes too unreadable. In my opinion, also the architecture, I don't like this like server-like font matching thing that's somehow, yeah, not appear to be the potentially best setup, but let's quickly check. Okay, this looks like garbage, I'm not sure about this, but whatever. Yeah, so this is, yeah, we need to, so this is probably not, this is just some shared Python stuff. Whatever. And then let's rebuild that. Maybe it needs more random stuff. PS02. See what happens. This wasn't in. This wasn't in the package list of course this failed somehow. How I really love Python. Previous video. PS auto hint. What does this complain about? Towards these issues. Called process Python APIP disable version flag. Obtain comments. What does it? The problem is if we wanted to ship that, let's see if we locally could install it. PS auto hint. Okay, locally it works. The problem with that is if we want to ship this font, then we need to have this all in the toolchain, or even cross help or toolchain stuff. So it is a little bit annoying of, yeah, even more dependencies, right? Only constants change and regressions and new dependencies. What even was the freaking name? Cantarell Fonts. Maybe also fonts should be released fully generated. Oh, cool. No module in CFF subverse access. Yeah, when people really don't want their strings to be, as their fonts to be used, their strings to use, their CFS subverse. Probably from standalone CFF sub routinizer. Yeah. Citation CSF converter. Yeah, I guess you had me at that's like seriously. Maybe they have other downloads where this is, because it's getting a little bit silly. Do they have? Here it's probably, maybe I downloaded so wrong. Maybe we should artifacts download that page not found. What a life to be alive. Hello? GitLab? GNOME? Are you drunk? Here's also pre-built. Maybe I should just... But that is only one. This is not a monospace font. Does it not have monospace? Maybe I'm beating a dead horse. So what means family? What do they have in this family? It's a miracle. Beefy one? Yeah, wonderful. What's here? Here, 10 years later, bold and italic font are not of high typographic quality at the moment. Thank you very much. 10 years the default font. So yeah, maybe that's not really worth it. We improved it a little bit, but maybe it doesn't have a monospace font. What is the default? What would it be? Red Hat monospace font. Maybe I should simply old Red Hat mono. Thank you very much. Source code, the default monospace font is source code Pro 10. Did I package source code Pro? Maybe not. To do. There is always, if you have 100 entries to do, there is always room for 101 package. Source code Pro. Yeah, so maybe I don't know, do I bisect that now? It looks like a font config regression, or it's, I mean, it could also be a free type regression if that is providing wrong information to font config, but the problem is, though, that I didn't, do we have RxVT? So the problem is I can't even be sure, maybe bisect, maybe I should just debug it. Maybe that is a case of maybe debugging is faster than bisecting. Pro tip, may not always be. The Graver says font config has an auto hinter built in. I think that is free type, right? Font config is pure font configuration, metadata processing and registry lookup. So the auto hinter would be in free type. Although I lost overview of patent violations or patent expires and yada yada whatnot and so on. But yeah, that would be free type of handling those vector fonts. Because the thing is, I can't be sure how long it is broken, because for the longest time I run my desktop with either Blackbox or RxVT, and in RxVT I had my I had a manual specified font, not monospace but bitstream, whatever. So yeah, I wonder what do I get in FC match in my running system though. But that is the right one, bitstream, Vera, Sans, Mono, Vera, Mono. So that is a problem, right? VC match mono space. So I mean, because that is not the monospace font, and that is why it looked like garbage. Like, yeah, I will continue later. I have to go for lunch and stuff and go out with my kid to the sunshine, to some playground. I hope you enjoyed this, learned something. Have an otherwise amazing sunny, or how you like your day or night. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. Patreon, GitHub sponsorship, more YouTube membership, and all the other good stuff. And see you soon for hopefully working monospace fonts in our increasingly amazing desktop Linux. Yeah, sure. So question is, these are all the defaults. I even recently, so for 20 years, we had a custom whatever hinting or size or something tweaking. I deleted that already because I thought, like, yeah, it's probably upstream by now. So we should not have any custom things here, and that should be font config default. So 60 Latin. So yeah, I'm aware I debugged that already a little bit. So what this is super silly though, but so what this does is it's quite some, I would say, rather hard-coded things of matching certain, like if there are some names, and match the to, so something of this matching here must fail. Sans serif, where's monospace? I hear monospace fonts. So this is really stupid. I'm not impressed, right? I find this just silly. So basically this should match all of those. So this should be bitstream, Vera, Sans, Mono to monospace. I basically, so yeah, you would need to debug all those matching. You can run this font config debug. There were some, maybe some yeah, large amounts, like yeah, font configuration and registry stuff. So debugs that built with large amount of internal debugging. There was probably something to export. Yeah, so there was like, I did this already some months ago. But I didn't, like a month ago, I didn't immediately found something buggy. This is basically on my to-do for a month. FC debug equals 1, I believe, so that should be match, extensive font matching information. FC match mono space. Das ist here is something, so family match pattern is, so that should match any of those under mono. Is this already the no. What did I deja vu? I mean, maybe we switch to deja vu or deja vu. I believe this pattern probably, you know what, maybe this is already strange that this matching pattern doesn't have a bitstream entry. But yeah, this is how you debug this nonsense now, except attaching, like getting into the nitty-gritty bits and bytes details and attaching a debugger, like building font config with debug information. And I mean, maybe this pattern matching is built wrong, whatever is going south there. And then it just, because nothing matches, it just uses the first font it finds, is my best guess. By the way, so we probably can check, I believe I previously... Ah, yeah, right, so... Yeah, so that is a debug output because this VNC view also really sucks big times. Yeah, so this pattern has, why does this say pattern has 40 elements, size 40? This shouldn't be a pattern, is it? No, strange stuff. The other was 2, right? So that makes it 3. Match pattern has 28 elements. I'm pretty sure that is already the problem. Font 0 pattern. Family. This is also funny. Family 1E plus 99. Bitstream wäre sonst... Oh wait, there are more coming or not? What is... This is so hilarious. This is Sans, Roman, bold. Everything matches, but Sans. Veramono. Here's Veramono. But this doesn't match. So probably the sorting is like here, although they all have 1e plus 99. Floating, best floating point precision here with the score. This is the matching score. It has like, yeah, amazing engineering at its finest. Yeah, but probably the problem here is this. I wonder why this is not in there. This is so silly. Maybe there's a parsing bug, I don't know. Fonts, track loading of font information on startup. Cache file writing information no longer in use. Being scanned to built-in caches. Okay, that didn't produce anything. So scan is 128, that makes it 120, so 131. Yeah, that was also not the most helpful. Yeah. Do they have parsing of their freaking? Okay, they had parsing, no longer used. Thank you very much. Monitor, test, edit, execution, track loading, font formation, startup, cache, watch cache file being written. So 8 plus 3. Adding fonts from. Yeah. Why is this? Did it not previously? Font 0 pattern. Did it not previously output a slightly different? Match pattern? Yeah. I mean, there is Noto sans mono. Is that in here? Noto. Non-Latin Noto sans mono. Yeah, that needs some more Google meditation. It is, yeah, it is. It's ridiculous. It's. I don't know. I have basically no words. Oh, cool. Now AMD GPU hangs again. Ah, amazing. Yeah, and AMD GPU, Steam Deck, dock, what should I say more? Certainly my computer reminding me to finally stop live streaming this. I will add a note if I find out then what is the issue here. It's not immediately obvious, and that is To summarize, this also my grief and recurring annoyance with the stuff that not only, I would say this architecture is not amazing. This is some of this old-fashioned 70s Unix thinking of we need back-end systems and whatnot. Just look at macOS also, which somehow has a better font experience than that. It's kind of somehow trying like treating each single user desktop as multics, not Unix, but multics, multi-user system thing, and having fancy back-end database systems. And then 20 years later, the developers still monthly YOLO it, and yeah, stuff breaks. And also like developers like, yeah, debugging applications like 2023, debugging it with, hey, set this bit mask and get some info. It's like, yeah, thank you very much. You had me at my fonts do not work anymore. Was here, by the way. etc. Is there not fonts d? Fonty, where is even the freaking? Don't tell me this. Conf-d. Ignore missing. Yes, conf-d system. What include? Conf-d. I would hope that. Maybe we should actually systrace if these files are even loaded. You never know what nonsense is going on there. This also needs force maybe. Wait, this is not, does it not need that? Okay, it's not, this is not reading the file there, should it? Maybe the issue is that it's... Okay, somehow it's not reading the fonts, to be honest. As the files. So maybe it's... Whatever is wrong with this... I have no idea. Or this is a permission issue. What the heck is even this effing issue? Maybe the problem is just that it's not using its own freaking configuration files. Anyway, I have to continue later. It's already too long. So have a good day and see you next time.